What if I told you that dozens of ancient, powerful prayers to all these different gods, goddesses, and even the elements, were all secretly built from the exact same blueprint? Well, today we're diving into a series of Sanskrit chants, and we're going to crack the code that connects every single one of them. Okay, take a look at this. This is a prayer to Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. It's beautiful, right? And it's powerful all on its own. But what if I told you that the structure of this one chant is actually a secret formula, a kind of key that once you understand it, lets you see the hidden unity across dozens of other prayers? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to pull this one prayer apart, piece by piece, to find a universal framework that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Let's break it down. No, this type of prayer has a name. It's known as a Gayatri mantra. And at its core, it's not just about simple worship. It's a very specific kind of invocation, a formula that comes from the ancient Vedas. And it's designed for one main purpose, to gain wisdom and achieve inner illumination. And this is how it works. It's brilliant, really. The prayer always unfolds in 3 clear stages. First, you have vidmahe. This is the acknowledgement, the part that says, we come to know a certain aspect of the divine. Then comes dhimahi. This is the focus, the active part. We meditate upon that divine form. And it all leads to prachodayat, the powerful request, may you illuminate our minds. It's a simple, powerful progression. Know, meditate, illuminate. So there it is. This is our master key. These 3 words, vidmahe, dhimahe, and prachodayat, are the pillars that create this consistent, repeatable engine for prayer. You acknowledge the divine, you focus your mind on it, and you ask for enlightenment. Once you see this simple pattern, I promise you, you'll start to see it everywhere. All right, now that we have the key, let's see what it unlocks. You're about to see how this exact same formula is applied to a whole pantheon of deities, starting with some of the biggest names. Just look at this. On the left, a prayer for Shiva, and on the right, one for Vishnu. See how the names and the attributes change? You have Rudra for Shiva, Narayana for Vishnu, but that core engine, the dhimahi and prachodayat, it stays the same. It's basically a spiritual plug-and-play system. You can adapt it for all these different forms of the divine. And it just keeps going. This framework extends all across the pantheon. This same 3-step structure is used to call upon Krishna, the divine guide, Rama, the perfect king, Hanuman, the very symbol of devotion. Even the creator god Brahma and the king of the heavens, Indra, are approached with this very same method. The names change, but the engine is always the same. And the versatility of this framework is, honestly, pretty remarkable. It's not just for the male deities. It extends to embrace the powerful divine feminine and even the fundamental forces of the cosmos itself. Think about this. The same prayer structure is used to honor so many forms of the goddess, from Gauri, the gentle consort, and Lakshmi, the bestower of fortune, to Saraswati, the muse of wisdom, and Kali, the fierce protector. It even extends to Radha, who personifies divine love, and get this, to Vrinda, the sacred Tulsi plant. It shows that divinity is seen in celestial beings and in a living, natural world all at once. And this is where it gets truly mind-bending. The same pattern, know, meditate, illuminate, is used to connect with the deified elements of the natural world. Agni, the fire, Varuna, the water, Vayu, the wind, Prithvi, the earth, and Akasha, the sky itself. The exact same structure used for a god is used for the very fabric of existence. Okay, so we've seen the pattern. We've seen just how widely it's used. But the big question is, why? What does this recurring structure actually tell us about the philosophy behind all of these prayers? Well, first, let's just appreciate the scale here. When we actually count them up in our source material, we find this one prayer structure is used to address at least 22 different divine forms. 22. From gods and goddesses to elements and sages. That is not an accident. That is a system. So here's the crucial takeaway. This isn't just about being efficient. It reveals a really profound worldview. First off, it's a universal framework for devotion, a single tool for the job. Second, it suggests a deep unity behind all this diversity, that every single one of these divine forms can be approached through the same common path of knowing and meditating. And third, the goal is always illumination. You're not just asking for things, you're asking for wisdom. And finally, by including nature, it shows us a world where the divine isn't just locked away in a temple, it's literally everywhere. And that leaves us with one last big thought to reflect on. If one single method, one structure of prayer, can act as a bridge to so many different expressions of the divine, from a celestial creator God all the way down to the very earth beneath our feet, what does that tell us about the ultimate nature of that divinity, and maybe about the potential for a single unifying reality behind it all?